Hello everyone, welcome back to What If Deku Had a Blood slash Mist quirk. So yes, after jumping Aizawa or Eraserhead in the last part, we end up, how do you say? Deku figured out he needed some upgrades because Aizawa's just a simple hero. He's not the number 7 or even in the top 10 hero society. So Deku knew if he was gonna go versus heroes like that, he needed power. So he looked for certain things. So after a while, he not crafted like a bulletproof shirt and whatnot out of Kevlar. Or bullet resistance, I guess. It would be like a compressed Kevlar though, so anything's possible in my hair for the damn universe at this point, so yeah. Practically bulletproof, unless it's from a minigun. Depending on how blunt the force is. So I mean, yeah. It has a little bit of shock absorption, a little bit, like somewhat of a Nomu type of stance, but besides that, nothing else. So yeah, now we head to the first day of UA. As you know, Deku wakes up, and I'm pretty sure I had Toga and Deku living together at this point, or like in an apartment or something. I don't know. Probably living somewhere, probably like in like, I don't know, like a base. Ooh, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, after waking up out of wherever they live, let's say they live on top of like an abandoned building or something, with like an entire base of operations on top of not directly on top of the building, but like on the top floor of the building. So yeah, they have like a mini base, like a computer and whatnot. Besides that, that's literally all. Besides like a clipboard of like heroes, villains, and all this other crap. So yeah. Yeah, they're getting ready. So yeah, they're making sure cause he did put in his hero suit, but it's unlike this one. It's gonna be more of a It's gonna be more of a It's only gonna be the mask. The hero suit's only gonna be the mask and like something else. I don't know. It's gonna have like a different mask. It's gonna be like a full red mask, like a red hood mask practically, and then like a jacket and whatnot. So yeah. After that, practically after that they go to UA, or at least Deku goes to UA while Toga does, whatever she does. And yeah, Izuku's looking at the door is like, how big do you need to make this door? That's how how big do you gotta make the door? That's how you know UA has a problem with egos. They thinking everyone's the best and whatnot. People who have good quirks are considered the best, and the people who have weak quirks are considered the worst. It's not corruption in the society. Pathetic. Anyways, yeah, he walks in. The entrance exam. Yeah, so I believe he got like second to third place. So yeah, Bakugo would get like. I'll say he got third place, because let's say Bakugo's like in first and like another What If I was doing, so yeah. Similarities. So he covers his face, so he has a hood on, the classic hood on, so not like this one, but like a lot more, less medieval like. So yeah. It's an actual hood, he just covers his face. And his red eyes do appear, but like, let's say he has contacts on, so instead of red eyes, he has green eyes. So, he put contacts on, to make sure people can't tell the difference. He did change the design of the, hood for like a bit less red and a bit more orange-like and like orange-grayish more like, to, make sure people don't see, like, the similarities. Aizawa would be, looking for the vigilantes and whatnot. So, yeah. And, yeah, it's the first day, quirk examination test. Deku gets, like, I would like to say he gets 800, but, like, I'll say he gets, like, yeah, I'll say he gets 3rd place also. He gets, like, what? Like, so Bakugo got, like, 7 for 50 or something like that in canon. Let's say Deku got, like, let's say he got, like at least, like, 730. Let's say he got 730. Not a big difference. But due to him, not trying that hard, he's only able to use his mist quirk, which can't really, it helps, but it'll be a lot more useful if the ball was made out of blood. So, yeah. So, but before that, the locker scene. So, Mineta's, peeking in the hole. Deku was like, nah, bro, I can't have that happening. So, he was like, hey, you want to have even a bigger look? He grabs Mineta's head and smashes it in the wall. Not killing him, but definitely left an imprint on the wall. So, he smashes Mineta's head, and right as soon as he does that, Jiro, does that thing, poking Mineta's eye, so, he gonna need help in that eye. He just got, like, double pounded by that eye, so, he gotta wear an eye patch now. It didn't permanently damage the eye, but it did, it still damaged the eye, so, he gotta wear an eye patch for at least a month or so. So, yeah. And let's say, what else would happen? Oh, yeah, back to, the exam. So, Deku would get decent, he would get 2nd place. Because, because the human peak, the human body's peak in My Hero Academia is a bit larger due to, there being quirks. So it'd be like at least a good 10% to like a good 30% faster than normal humans due to, vigilantes, quirkless vigilantes, they gotta stick up, they gotta be, human peak. So, that's what Deku is. He's not at that level yet, but he's somewhat at that level. Like, at least he's in his, like, canon, like, adult. He's a bit stronger than a normal adult, so yeah. So he's still pretty strong, so yeah. So he's pretty fast as well. He's let's say he beat Ida, but no, he lost to Ida but beat Bakugo. So he's in 2nd place in the race. The jump, Froppy would win. I mean, it's a frog, so not surprised. So yeah, Froppy would get 1st place. I say Bakugo and Todoroki would beat him, so he'd be in like more of the 4th to like 5th place. So yeah, he's still flipping human. So he has been working out, but like he's trying to like he want that same thing to happen. What happened last night with Aizawa? So he's like, yeah, I can't have that happen. I can't, like, if I'm gonna be doing this, I can't have that happening, bro. So he would do things, and I'll say on the grip test he actually gets 2nd place, behind Kirishima. He does get 2nd place behind Kirishima. Because, if you've seen the Batman games in Red Hood, you know how hard this dude if this man grabs you, he ain't letting go, and it's practically like a car flipping, squeezing your hand practically. So yeah, Kirishima's like right at that point. So yeah, he's a bit stronger than Deku, at least with his quirk he is. Physically, he no match. So he's like he got that Scorpion build practically. He got that Scorpion and Sub-Zero build going on. So he's on like that. He's almost at that peak training. All he got to do is do a little bit more training. He should be at that point, like that MCU Bane, Arkham Knight Rises, practically. So you know he got that. You know he's almost at that Bane strength. He about to one shot people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what happens is that he's out of everyone, he's the most consistent on being the top. He's the most consistent. It may not look like it, but compared to everyone else, he is the most consistent. And as I would see this, he does see potential in Deku. But like, you know, he still got, you know, he sees red, and then he sees the eyes. He's like, He thinks that Deku might be, you know, the dude he fought last night, but he's like, nah, he got green eyes. The other dude had red eyes, red glowing eyes, and I couldn't even see his pupils. So yeah, it couldn't be him. And plus, he has green hair. At least he dyed his hair. Every time he goes to, you know, UA, he dyes his hair. But, you know, he got that Dobby dye where all he got to do to, you know, release the green dye is just, his hair is black practically. It's black. So, you know, he got that Dobby dye. All you gotta do is just pour a little bit of that thing Dobby poured, and then, you know, flipping black hair. Ba-da-ba-ba. Hey. So, you know. So he does gotta be careful with somewhat water. Like, if the water's too rough, like, let's say a tornado and like a tsunami or something, and it hits him head on, it will, you know, the dye will fall off. Because, you know, it's not as strong as, it's just like normal weak dye. It's not that strong like Dobby's. So, yeah. So, back to, yeah, he would be like, out of the board, he'll be like, yeah, he'd be first place out of the entire board. He may not have gotten like number one on every exam, but he is like the best at, in general. He does have the best stats. So yeah, he is number one when it comes to stats. He is number one. Cause he doesn't he technically doesn't have a weakness because he can jump far. He got like at least a good fifth. Like he did get like a good fifth place, so he can still jump far. Like Maze Runner with that jump. I love that movie. Anyways, yeah. Let's say after a while they start studying, because I'm pretty sure the next thing that happens is a USJ. So yeah. So let's say they study, and you know, let's say before the USJ was that there's like a test on like certain like natural disasters and what you can do. So you know, Bakugo does see Deku, and he was like, "That's weird. You know, I'm supposed to be red." And so you know, Bakugo does these, but he ignores them. He just sees like, it is what it is. I don't care. I ain't trying to mess with that, bro. I ain't messing with that. The last time I tried to mess with him, I'm pretty sure he was about to do, like, my face was about to be 6 feet underground. So yeah. I say people would look at him due to his physique, cause he can't, like, you can't see his muscles through a UA outfit. So you know, he is pretty bulky. So you can see his muscles, cause you know, it's a little tight on him. The UA outfit is tight on him, so you know, he gotta like kind of force it on. So yeah, he is pretty buff in this what if. Why not? So yeah, he would test. He would grab groceries and whatnot. He would grab things he needs. Like he would go to a music store and get some music, and then you know, meet a certain Jero, I guess. I can't. I forgot what her hair color was. It looks like a blue, purple, dark blue. I don't know. So yeah, he meets Jero. He's like, "Hey, Jero, I didn't know you worked here." And so, you know, they have a conversation. You know, Deku's just getting music. Because, you know, words do hurt. So, you know, he like, people do, like, people do still bully him. At least regular civilians who do see him. Looking at his, you know, eyes. No, not eyes. I say, like, his look in general. People who think he's a villain. You know, like, be mean to him and whatnot. So, like, you know, words do hurt. So, yeah. He does have a good mentality, but, you know, people can hurt that mentality very quickly. So, you know, he still gets that music to, like, you know, calm the nerve to, like, smack the person who tries to, you know, diss him. So, you know, he gets the music and whatnot. Him and Jiro, you know, convo. So, yeah. Let's say Denki's also there. He's like, hey. You know, so, you know, all three of them talk, you know. It's getting a little bit late. Let's say it's, like, 5-ish. So, you know. And then Deku remembers, you know, oh, snap, I'm gonna be late. If that happens, Toga's gonna kill me. So, you know, he's like, I would love to talk more, but, you know, I gotta go. It's almost past my curfew. Because, you know, Toga's like, you know, she's still got yandere. Like, if she don't, like, certain times, if she don't see Deku, she will, you know, like, come looking for him. So, you know, yeah. Deku knows, like, he's like, that's gonna be tough. Yeah. So, you know, right as soon as Toga was about to leave the door, Deku's there's like, I'm here. I ran all the way here. I know how you are. If you're not with me by 5, then yeah, I know how you get. So, you know, everything happens. You know, it's another night of vigilante work. So, you know, Deku gets, you know, this picture right here. He gets the suit and everything. Just some changes, minor changes, you know. So, yeah. He's like, okay, what place should we hit up now? We do need to clean up some places. I did see a sludge villain somewhere, but I don't know where, though. The sludge villain's probably somewhere over here. Probably in the area, but none of our crooks are able to. He broke out a couple weeks after we caught him. After the people caught him, so yeah. I did see him earlier. I did see some strange activities with portals and whatnot near an alleyway earlier. I don't know. I did see, like, someone. You know what? Bam, I just got a good idea. Wait, no. You know, I'll keep that for another what if. Yeah. Okay, so. You know, Shigaraki's planning to, you know, invite them or, like, you know, want them to join. So, you know, they're doing their newspapers and stuff. So, you know, Dabi joins the League of Villains and whatnot. At least not yet, but, like, after the Stain arc. So, you know, I don't know how many arcs there are, but it's been a while since I watched My Hero, so yeah. So, you know, yesterday the USJ happens. Yeah, okay, I remember what this thing. Okay, so after that, it's the festival and then Stain arc, I believe, or Hosu City attack. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, the USJ happens. Nothing really particular happens at the night. They're just looking for, like, you know, things to do. Cause, you know, they do get bored. They're practically nocturnal at this point. Sleep to them is like non-existent. So yeah. USJ happens. You know. Yeah. Actually, no. You know what? Let's do the hero exam, the hero and villains exam first, before you do the USJ. I was planning on skipping that, but, like, I mean, do we really have to do anything? Because I'm pretty sure normal Deku canon, I'm pretty sure normal canon Deku can, you know, beat Bakugo in a one-on-one without using his quirk. I'm pretty sure this Deku with, like, flippin' human peak physique can beat his ass. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, it's out there, so, you know. Why not? It's a drag, but why not? So canon partners and whatnot. So Bakugo does. I'm gonna kill you, loser. So yeah, he's like he talks to Araka like, yo, Araka. When Bakugo comes, after I distract him, I want you to tap Bakugo and then go head towards the bomb. Go head towards the bomb after you tap Bakugo. After you tap Bakugo, I'll deal with him after that. So Bakugo comes. Angry Pomeranian alert. That's all Deku hears. Like a little chihuahua screeching. So right as they hit the corner and they finish with their plan, Deku gets an entire explosion to the face. It was like, oh snap! I was expecting him to get that fast. Okay, so he got an entire explosion to the face. So he's a little angry because it's like, that could have killed me if I didn't have my mask on. You lucky. Oh yeah, his hero suit is practically the original black Red Hood stuff. So, the normal jacket, as I said, the normal jacket and the mask. So yeah, the only difference is that he doesn't use guns. At least not yet. So yeah, I might do What If Deku was the Arkham Knight, but besides that, I don't think I'll be doing any other What If Dekus from the DC universe that I know of for now. Maybe Marvel, maybe, depending. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, he's a little angry. He was like, he had to bury his foot in the ground so he won't fall backwards. So, he was like, fine, you want to do this? As he falls, he gets his fist ready, digs his foot inside the ground. You launches back up. Having both hands near Bakugo's eardrums and just whoa, and then Bakugo hears that squeaking noise. He can't hear anything, so he's like, huh? He's trying to look for Deku. Deku's like, ah. After that, he does a body slam and whatnot, as in canon, and then he proceeds to beat down on Bakugo until Bakugo knocked out. He ain't that brutal, my guy. He just does what needs to be done, and after that, he just carries on. So he goes towards he captures him in capture tape. So yeah, he does that, and he continues to go near Ida at a fast pace, cause they still have those walkie-talkies or not with they have to communicate. So Urako's like, yo, there's no items in the room to use my quirk. So he was like, I bet I'd be there in 3 minutes. That would give us 5 minutes left. Now let's say that give us 2 minutes more to touch the bomb. So yeah, 3 minutes pass. He's there. He's like, okay, what do we do? You know what? You try to distract him. I'll try to trip him. Try to touch him or something, Uraka, and then make him float. So yeah. That doesn't directly happen. Let's say Bakugo was, not Bakugo, I'm sorry, Deku was right in front of the bomb. Ida was like, reciprocal burst! Boom, gotta go fast. As soon as Deku sees it, he was like, touch the bomb, win, and get my stuff wrecked, or get out the way and have Ida, push the bomb for me. Bet. He gets out the way because he's not dumb, so Ida runs into the bomb, gets knocked out. Because let's say the bomb isn't hollow. It's full of metal. It's just metal. So it's just a scrap of metal, so yeah. And Bakugo Deku touches, he's like, heroes win with a remaining time of 30 seconds. Or 10 seconds, yeah. Remaining time of 10 seconds. Sweet. Whatever time it is. So yeah. So yeah, they did work together. So Deku would be the MVP for this one. So yeah, and then we hit the USJ. You know, Toga calls Deku like, yo, something might happen to you at the USJ. I've heard some stuff about the underground. There might be an attack on the USJ. And Deku was like, oh, come on. This is supposed to be my break from vigilante work and whatnot. So, Toga says, yeah, I'll bring your suit. Or I'll wear your suit. You did give me some of your blood, so it'd be easy to wear your suit. He was like, thanks, your lifesaver. So, ba-da-ba-ba. Deku makes a call quick, or, is getting a call. So, while that happens, Kirishima was like, Hero 13 was like, pulls up through his fingers, meaning, All Might has his, he's on his time limit, so yeah, and whatnot. Kirishima was like, hey, I didn't know we had fake villains as well, and Aiza was like, those aren't fake villains, everyone, go to the back, get out of here, The doors close, or start to close, and, Deku was like, bro, what are you waiting for? Like, bro, run! So, Ida's like, yes, with a chopping motion, like, yes, I will. He reciprocal burst right as the door was about to close. He does reciprocal burst and, slides under the doorway. So, yeah, everything happens, and, Eraserhead was like, all the students, stay back, and, Deku was like, bruh, I'm gonna walk this way because I don't, like, if they have anything else, like, something this big, they might as well have, like, a flippin' tank behind that other portal. And then, they get portaled because, they did see Shigaraki. As that was happening, they did see Shigaraki, the final one, coming out the portal, They get teleported, and let's say Deku also does teleported due to him, not precisely seeing, like, the portal, like, he was stepping on, so, it was an underground portal, so, like, so, he's on the ship, so he's like, he does the plan. It was like, okay, I'm not sure if Sue can carry me, so I'm gonna do something to the water, and then, Sue, you can jump with Mineta, and, try to, throw your balls in the water to, stick the villains together. So, they're like, okay, Mineta's, he mans up, because let's say Mineta does have a little bit more courage in this, sort of, so yeah, that's all I'm doing for this man. So, yeah, they do that, and then, Deku thinks, how can he get out, so, he's surrounded by villains, so, he jumps in the water, or, that's what the villains think, so they also jump in the water, and, Deku gets something out from his pocket. He was like, here it is. I knew I was gonna have this, it's like one of those, he has like a taser bomb or something like that. He has like electrical bomb, so he was like, bet. He clicks the button and then throws in the water and then, proceeds to, swim off to shore as fast as this man can. He's like, I ain't trying to become an omelet. No, am I trying to become a fish stick? So, with the speed of a flipping catfish, he was like, yeah. Let's say right as he was swimming, one of them did grab his leg, but let's say he kicked him in the face, the dude with the shark head. He kicked him in the face. He was like, there you go. And now, right as he got out the water, or like halfway while his foot was still in the water, the thing activated. And, yeah, he did get tasered, but, he was like, let's say his shoe is rubber, so, his shoes and, like, his pants are rubber. So he did make it before he got tasered. He still felt, like, a numbness in his legs, but it wasn't to the point where he couldn't use his legs. Because, it is rubber. So, that's when he sees, Shigaraki about to touch Sue, and he was like, nah, I ain't having that. So, he uses his quirk. I didn't want to use my quirk, but, yeah, he was like, he looks away, but, Deku looks away, like, he puts his hand in the, you know, moving suggestion, like left to right. He was like, you know, and you know, out of nowhere, Shigaraki, like as the body moves to the right a little bit, you know, missing, because you know, let's say Aizawa was a bit more beat up, and he couldn't, you know, he couldn't open his eyes at that last second. So you know, Deku stepped and he was like, you know, he moves his fingers, and you know, Shigaraki moved to like a little bit to like the right, a little bit more to the right. So you know, it was like right past, you know, like an inch past Asui's ear. So yeah, it was like, wow. He slammed on the floor. He's like, who did that? You know, he looks at Deku. He was like, yo, you gonna stop kissing the ground or like what? You know, Shigaraki's mad because like, shake the Nomu on him, because you know, the Nomu's been out. So you know, he was like, bet. And you know, right as the Nomu was about to, you know, pound Deku, the glass from the USJ shatters. You know, douche. Because, you know, let's say he's not yet at his physical. He's like half of his, like, full potential. Deku's body mass full potential. Let's say he's like 25% of his full, you know, potential he could have gotten by working out. So, you know, something shatters in the glass. So he's not that strong yet. So, you know, he shatters the glass. You know, douche. Someone shatters the glass in the USJ. And here comes, you know, Toga, and you know, since Toga had his blood, she was able to turn into him. So you know, he's in this physique, and you know, Aizawa sees this like, you, thinking, you know, whatnot. You know, but Eraserhead is like, oh, I don't have enough time for this. You know, he tries to get up, but you know, when Leslie, one of the villains, knocks him out. You know, due to Toga also having all of his stuff, so yeah. She gets a gas grenade, and then you know he was like, bad, missed. While the gas grenade activates, you know he's like, bad, missed. Yeah, because you know he's not trying to use his quirk that much to, you know, avoid caution with Aizawa. So he's like, missed. Yeah, blood bending practically. He blood bends like everyone in that area. He's like, bad, snaps. He snaps all their necks like, snaps. So, you know, after the, you know, like everything's done, you just see like this person in, you know, Deku's suit, Toga and Deku's suit, slashing people with, you know, the katana, mowing them with like double wielding like the katana and the other thing. I can't remember what it's called. I'm very tired, so yeah. The crowbar. We're doing the crowbar and the katana. Just beating down on people, killing them, whatnot. You know, yeah. And so, yeah, you know, let's say the heroes do come just in time. Because, you know, let's say before, you know, Deku got smashed into oblivion. Before they could, let's say Toga did throw, you know, a knife or the katana into, you know, the Nomu's head. But not killing him, but, you know, paralyzing him for a bit until, you know, the Nomu pulled out the sword and threw it back at Toga. And, you know, Toga caught it for plot convenience. And, you know, everyone just hears, douche, I am here. And Toga was like, well, damn, Deku, I'll see y'all later. You know, she wouldn't say that, but she would, like, give him a code name. But, like, what a code name? He was like, yo, missed. I'll see y'all later. Like, only so he can hear, like, bet. He's like, yo, I'll see y'all later, because, you know, I ain't trying to get caught by All Might, so, you know, deuces. You know, she pulls out, you know, one of those, grapple guns. Goes up, you know, takes out another smoke grenade in her hands, you know, douche, making sure people don't see her. Or, you know, specifically All Might, because, you know, All Might there now. You know, All Might was like, you know, just with an angry expression, just, you know, whacks, like, every villain there. He does see the dead bodies, but he doesn't pay attention to them. So, you know, yeah, he practically beats up everyone, and then, you know, the Nomu, due to the the Nomu was a little bit paralyzed, but it's a little bit weaker due to Deku dude is trying to like he has like let's say he has like a heat knife where like he cuts the Nomu and then it cauterizes the wound. Can't say that word for some reason. Cauterizes the wound, so the Nomu can't regenerate. So it's a little bit weaker. So All Might doesn't have to use his full power. He only has to use like a bit of his full power. Not full power because I'm pretty sure he only uses like what 24%, I think, 30% on the Nomu. I can't remember. But anyways, he has to use a lower percentage now due to Deku, cauterizing like all the wounds he cuts inside the Nomu. And he still does the Troy Smash or like Texas Smash or whatever he does in the canon, and the Nomu goes flying. As on side the USJ Toga sees like on top of the USJ running away. Toga does see this like she grapples away, making sure no one sees her on top of on the glass. So, she grapples away. Like Spider-Man using the grappling hook, like Spider-Man practically. So yeah. Let's see what else happens. I believe it's. I don't. Wait, is it the Stain Arc? I believe it's. No, it's a sports festival. Okay, yeah. So it's a sports festival, and we all know how this is gonna happen. Instead of it goes as canon, I guess. But when it goes to Deku's fight with Todoroki, he does do that Takono Jutsu with Todoroki. Todoroki, it was like due to Deku not having one for all on any of his tools. He was like, I may lose, but bro, if that hits me, I'm gonna get clapped, bro. So as soon as like let's say it does push like almost like Deku almost went flying with that Todoroki mixture blast. So he was right at the corner of the thing. Like I was like half or like that entire side that Deku was on was like obliterated except for like two corners. So he was like right at the corner, like almost about to fall. And, he was like, he does that. He steps his foot on the leftover ground of the the fighting area. And then does his flipping what he did to Bakugo. But so he just does it to get up. So he was like, "Yo, that could have killed me, my guy. I don't have any special flipping stuff, my guy. Or it could have really injured me. So I'm gonna have to beat your butt now." So he starts running towards Todoroki. Todoroki tries to like blast him, but he's too fast for that. He sees Todoroki's hands before, so he's able to dodge him. He knows where the blasts are coming from. He's like, okay, dodge, bet, dodge. Right as they're right there, Todoroki decided to do like another one of those mixture blasts. You're like, no. He was like, this dude pulled out Goku in the Terminator power with the Kefla. He was like, he didn't glide on the blast, but he did like a one-handed handstand jumping. He was like, no. He got his fist slow motion and punched Todoroki out of the tournament. He was like, no, slumber douche. I believe I can fly one of those moments like no douche. He didn't like get knocked out, but he got flown out of the arena due to that amount of speed he was using, and he was like using 100% of his strength. So he was like, douche. Due to Todoroki was a bit exhausted, actually extremely exhausted after using two of his like powerful attacks. So yeah. Now it's everything goes as canon. So except for Deku winning this one by like a landslide. If it wasn't for that one corner Yeah, why not change it to one corner? Like, that one corner still there. So, you know, Bakugo versus everyone else, I guess. And then, let's say Bakugo versus... I guess it'll be Bakugo versus Deku now? Yeah. So, you know, Bakugo is excited because, you know, he's been training. So, you know, he's like, I'm gonna finally beat you, you loser. So, you know, this man literally, like, all he did to Bakugo's reaction, he was like, he sits down on the floor. He was like, come attack me if you want. I'll stand right here. And, you know, Bakugo took that as like, what you mean? You threatening me? He took that as a threat. Or like, you know, him disrespecting him, like, I'm more powerful than you, loser. I trained, you know. You know, your anger really is gonna get, I swear, your anger is gonna hurt you, bro. It's gonna hurt you, Bakugo. But I guess if y'all want me to, you know, fight you, then come over here and make me. Because, you know, I ain't moving from spot. And, you know, Deku continues to, you know, pull out a book from his hand. He was like, if I beat that tank, Todoroki, I'm pretty sure I can beat you. So, yeah. You know, he reads the book. He was like, okay. Interesting. I see. You know, Bakugo is furious. He's like a engine as the, you know, the fight starts. You know, Bakugo's like just like a fly speed, like like an engine, and like the entire back behind the Bakugo just explodes. Like then that entire part of the arena just explodes. Like he was like trying to, you know, do that yeah. Trying to explode Deku. He was like, explosion impact and whatnot. So yeah, we all know how this is gonna end. Bakugo's gonna think Deku's, you know, gone or like got out of the arena, but you know, yeah. He was like, impact, boom, you know. Deku was like, a projectile move, I see. A far distance move. Bet. You know, he just scoots himself a little bit, you know, off. As you know, it just misses his head just by like landslide, just like by a centimeter. It misses his head, you know, explodes behind him. He was like, if I don't stop this, you're gonna destroy the entire arena, and I ain't gonna have anywhere to sit to read my book. So he gets up. He cracks his neck and is like, okay, it's time for me to actually fight. So now, you know, Bakugo's at like he's right. He like right as Deku stood up. Bakugo was right in his face. You know, he was like, he kneed Bakugo right in the jaw. He was like, douche. As you know, Bakugo went backwards, catching himself with the explosions. So yeah, they attack each other, and you know, hits are being blown like it's like a DBZ fight, except you know it's a lot more slower. Shockwaves are forming though, because you know, let's say Deku does, you know, he does have hard hands, so you know he does got that little bit of, you know, he's been training, so you know he does have a little bit of a shock absorption, like just a little bit, like a 5% shock absorption. It is hurting his hand, so he knows if he doesn't finish this now, he will lose the fight. So Deku was like, this is drag. You're actually gonna make me work. Because you know he don't lock Bakugo. He just tried to like mess with this dude. So he was like, you know, Bakugo's like, you know, trying to do a headbutt. You know, he was like, you want to headbutt people, okay? Douche. Everyone heard that crack. Like, as soon as this man, Deku, headbutted Bakugo, everyone just heard that crack. And, you know, Bakugo went down. He went down. He, like, unconscious down. Like that Gaara in Naruto, like, headbutt. Like, dude, that's how hard it was. You know, Bakugo's down for the count. This man down. He's like, you know. And then, you know, Midnight says, Izuka Midoriya wins! So, you know, Toga's in the audience, all excited and whatnot. about to celebrate after. So after the entire sports festival happens, Toga and Deku go on a date. Why not? They go on a date. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, they go on their first date, and Toga's excited. She's happy for Deku. Deku's tired. As soon as Deku was out of the sports festival, or as soon as they exited the building, he was like, "Date now. I want a date now." So he got no stamina left. He was like, okay. Like he tries to keep the conversation going, trying to make it interesting and whatnot, and that is when somebody comes up to their table and is like, "Hello. You have been invited to the League of Villains." And that is when I am going to leave off. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.